where the station was in the 1800s. It burned down, I guess, in the 1990s, and they rebuilt the modern station, but feed the contributaries to the Rhine. All right, the Pride of Lucerne, the Chapel Bridge. This was rebuilt, I guess, in the mid-1990s. Also, the bridge from the 1600s was burned down. So many things succumbed to fire. The turret has remained, and I guess has served a lot of different purposes, from a archive, and I guess for a couple hundred years was the city's archive, and also an armory and a dungeon. So not exactly the place I'd want to be. So we're going to go onto the Chapel Bridge. And these bridges have these painting stories. When you're going fast, you can pause and you can spin, read. They tell a story of the history of the city and churches. From this side. So as I mentioned in the other video, the Reuss River goes downstream to the north and enters into the Rhine River. We're going to go over to Old Town next. So I am going fast. You can stop, spin around, take a closer look, try to translate. Another nice view of the Chapel Bridge. And here we got pretty much everything, so we're just sort of in the center of Lucerne. This is the Rathaus over here. And I'm on the Rathaus Bridge. That's the City Hall. And Old Town's on both sides. The theater. I don't know how those people got up on the roof, but that looks like a pretty great seat. The Jesuit Church. And then all the old buildings. Up on the hill is Grosch Hotel. Pretty nice view. Spin around. We're a little farther downstream. This is the Needle Dam, which I find fascinating. Each one of these stakes is called a needle, and they regulate how much water is in the lake upstream and how much obviously goes downstream based on how many needles are in place. Fascinating. The bridge, wooden bridge ahead, which is my favorite of them, that's the, see if I can say this right. Sewer. Anyway, it's got its name from the flour mills that used to be around here, and they were allowed to dump the waste into the river, and they dumped it off of this bridge. on here. Alright, here we are on the Spreuerbrücke Bridge. I believe that's how you say it. There's a little chapel here on the bridge itself. So we're at the Mühlenplatz, also still part of the dam. And I guess this area goes back to the 8th century, where from that time forward, even before the city was here, monasteries and later mills used the hydropower. So that's why the mills were placed here. Makes a lot of sense, and the hydropower is still being used today. Behind me is a waterworks. I think they're harvesting the water as well as using it for power.